If you want to stop skipping paychecks, I'm talking to you. You want to stop skipping paychecks? If you utilize the systems in this book, you're going to free yourself up. You're going to start loving running your business again. I promise you.
Hi, everyone. Ivana Taylor here, coming to you on Monday's Bizapalooza Chat. Now, if you ask any successful business owner and entrepreneur, they will tell you that underneath all of that success and bluster is a long list of failures. But what if you had a heads up on all the potential pitfalls that could get in the way of your business? Well, that is exactly what you're going to get today with our special guest, Melinda Emerson. You know her as Small Biz Lady on Twitter. She's the author of Succeed as Your Own Boss, and her latest book is Fix Your Business. Now, she's committed to ending small business failure, and today she's going to help us fix at least one very important part of your business, and that is sales. So, Melinda, welcome to Bizapalooza Chat.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to have you. I mean, I have always admired your work, especially your commitment to this ending small business failure. So before we get started with the chat, talk a little bit about this latest book, The Fix Your Business. And I'm not even hesitating to say 90 days because that's in the title too.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm really excited about my new book, Fix Your Business, because I wrote it because I was getting all of these emails and letters and even voicemails from small business owners around the country and sometimes even around the world asking for help, feeling overwhelmed. And I just couldn't get to all of them. I mean, I do call as many people back as I can, but there were so many coming in. I said, you know what? I've got to think about what I could do for my existing business owners to help them get over the hump, to help them stop being stressed out by their business, to have them stop skipping paychecks, stop working like a volunteer slave in their business. You know, I wanted to empower people to get back to their purpose, right? Your purpose is your vision, your mission, and your passion, right? That's how I get to purpose. But a lot of times when we just feel beat down, and, you know, that client calls and yelling at you about something, and you're just like, Lord, why did I quit my good job to start this business? You know, and I got tired of people feeling that way. So I wrote my book, Fix Your Business, so that I could empower people to use their business to live their best life, to build a business that would allow them to even do that.
But there's a really important thing that you say early on in the book. And you and I were chatting about this on the chat. We had this like very, very in your face conversation. And that is that it's almost like if you ain't failed, you ain't run a business, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, and we have to change the way we even look at failure, right? Because I believe that either you win or you learn in business. There really isn't such a thing as failure. There is such a thing as, like, some lessons are more expensive than others, but it's, you know, failure is part of the process. Making mistakes are part of the process. The number one thing is that you learn from them and that you don't make the same mistake. You know, the bottom line is that you can never let a customer down. And if you keep that as your focus, you'll always have customers and you'll always stay focused on the right things in your business.
Now, there's a lot of things I love about this book. And I know that there are 12 P's in this book. You cover it all. So I'm going to tell all you people that in this book, the organization is amazing. And my favorite thing that you have in there, in addition to these 12 P's, is you have this like Melinda's emergencies or something.
Yes, Emerson's urgencies at the end of every chapter. And then I have an action step at the end of every chapter. So as you go along, I want you to be like kind of jotting down the things that you're going to change about your business. But the cool thing about my book, Fix Your Business, is either you can review sort of like all the major aspects of your business, or I have a way you can do what I call a deep dive so that you can focus on your top 3 issues in your business and really just dig into those. But you're still going to want to do chapter 1 and chapter 11 and 12, but you'll just really focus on your 3 problem issues that you know you have in your business.
So here's what we're going to do. I would like you, if you could, if you can off the top of your head, rattle off those 12 elements, and then I want to do a deep dive on just one.
All right, well, let's start with number 1 is preparation. You have to prepare in order for your business to be different. You have to start thinking about it differently in order for it to be different. So you have to prepare yourself for your business to be different. Number two is purpose, right? We already talked about that. It's your why. It's the reason why you get up in the morning. It's not about the money. It's got to be about something else, because you can go just get another job if it was all that. So it's really about getting centered around your purpose and your leadership in your purpose. Everyone in your business is looking at you. If your business is in trouble, you're the one that's got to lead yourself out of the business. And then the third one is people, right? I don't know an entrepreneur that doesn't have people problems or doesn't talk about their people problems, but the number one people problem you might be having is yourself. 50% of all business problems are not so well hidden personal problems. And so people need to get really clear about if their ego is what's hurting their business in the area of people. And then you actually have to have job descriptions and a hiring process and all that good stuff. And most importantly, you got to train people. Too often we hire people, we throw them the keys and say, good luck, right? No, that's not how you do it. You actually need to train people so they know how you want them to do their job and they know your expectation. Number four is profit. And Miss Ivana, profit is how we keep score in business. If you ain't making a profit, you probably have an expensive hobby. So you really need to be clear about how much profit is in every sale, and really even be tracking the profitability of your business year over year, so that you know at the end of the year how profitable your business was. And then the fifth thing I want you to do is document your routine processes. You can't walk around like with how your business runs in your head. That doesn't work. You can't delegate to people. You won't have any materials to train people with. You've got to write things down. And then once you write them down, the next thing I want you to do is look at your productivity. Now the number one thing you can do to increase your productivity is take credit cards. Make sure you can take any form of currency, especially you retailers out there. These millennials want to walk in there and pay you with their phone, with digital payments, with Apple Pay and Samsung Pay and all this stuff. Make sure you can take anybody's money who wants to give it to you. And secondly, once you organize your processes, look for an app or a piece of software that can help you actually save time and money getting things done in your business. And if you go to my new website, fixyourbusiness.com, I have a list of all of the software that I like for every stage of business. So if you go to fixyourbusiness.com, I'll help you with CRM software, I'll help you with email software, I'll help you with accounting software, all that stuff. Just head over to fixyourbusiness.com. And then the next thing I want you to think about is performance. What are you measuring in your business? As a matter of fact, are you measuring anything in your business? When's the last time you looked at your Google Analytics? What is your accounts receivable turnover ratio? What is your cost per lead? Yeah, so I can keep going. The point is that you need to be measuring, because things that you measure, you can improve. But if you're not measuring anything, the next time you drive down the street, open your window and throw money out, because that's what it is to do marketing that you don't measure. You need to make sure that your marketing makes sense and that it's actually driving the traffic or driving the sales and conversions that you need it to. Now, after performance, the next thing I want you to do is look at your product. And that's as in your products and services. You've got to look at, are you ready for today's marketplace? Okay, well, what about 3 to 5 years from now? Are your products and services still going to be relevant 3 to 5 years from now? Then you got to look at the trends in your industry. Are you in an industry that's growing, or are you in an industry that's shrinking? Like, you need to know this stuff so you can figure out how to position your business in the marketplace. And then after you look at your products and services, the next thing you got to look at is your presence, right? Your website is your number one sales tool. So how does your website look from a mobile device, right? We now live in a mobile first world. So you got to make sure that your website loads quickly on a laptop and absolutely loads quickly on a mobile device. So you got to do that. And then, a lot of you all are out here spending lots of time on social media. Well, social media doesn't convert the way it used to. So really, you should only be focused on 2 social media platforms. You should not be out here doing everyone. I mean, certainly you should go and claim your brand on all these platforms, but where you spend your time and your money should be where your best fish spend time online. That's what it's all about. So you've got to think about that. And then when's the last time you did a brand refresh or a new color story? Make sure that you are staying relevant and current with your brand. And then after we work on presence, the next thing I want to help you with is prospects. And that's where we're going to do our deep dive. So chapter 10 is prospects. And let me tell you something. Prospecting is really important because it's your sales. It's the life's blood of your whole business. If you don't have sales, if you don't have a way to generate leads, if you don't have a pipeline of business, you will be out of business in no time. So you want to make sure that you think through your entire sales process. So from how do you generate leads? Who follows up on leads? What happens after a sale happens? Who owns the relationship? Does your sales rep own the relationship? Does your customer service team own the relationship? Or do you as the business owner own the relationship? Here's the point. Somebody better own the relationship because you got to get repeat business. Anybody will buy something once. Your goal should be to get them to buy it over and over again from you. That is what it's all about. So it's really that you position yourself so that you have an organized sales process. And one of the great things about my book, Fix Your Business, is if you have not yet hired a salesperson, I walk you through how you have to organize your business and yourself to bring a salesperson into your business. Because you've got to make a lot of decisions before you do that. Number one, what are you paying them for? Are you paying them for, leads and appointments? Are you paying them for ink on paper? And then how are you going to pay them? Are you paying them commission only? Are you paying them base plus commission? What are you doing, right? So you really have to think about how you're going to compensate a salesperson because, salespeople are coin operated and time starved. So you got to make sure that you are motivating them in the right way so that they go out there and bust it for you every single day in your business. And one of the great things about my book, Fix Your Business, is I interview a guest expert at the end of every chapter. And in my prospects chapter, I had the wonderful opportunity to interview a lady by the name of Barbara Weaver Smith. Now, Barbara Weaver Smith's nickname is the Whale Hunter. Okay. So that lady knows how to get big contracts and how to position your business to grow inside your customers. And she's an amazing lady. And she's what I call an original gangster of sales. So I love her. And she is giving me an amazing Q&A interview at the end of my chapter on prospecting. So you need to read that as long as you read everything else in the book too. And then chapter 11 is all about planning, right? You have to plan for success. It's not going to just happen to you. But here's the good news. If you do the worksheets at the end of every chapter in my book, when you get to chapter 11, you're going to be excited because I'm going to tell you, hey, you've done all of the hard work and heavy lifting so that you can create a new strategic plan for your business. I wanted you to have a way to build a plan that you're actually going to use to run your business. So that's what chapter 11 is about. And then chapter 12 is called perseverance. And the reason why it's called perseverance is because you have to stay strong enough, long enough to win in business. Because every day is not rainbows and sunshine, right? And you've got to figure out how to stay motivated, how to learn from your mistakes, and how to get over mistakes quickly so that you can actually live to fight another day in your business. And that's it. That is the 12 P's of running a successful business. And I hope just these little snippets have given you some inspiration and information that'll help you change your business because I'm sure it'll change your life.
Melinda, how do we get our hands on this book?
It is available on Amazon.com. And also, if you want an autographed copy, head on over to Succeed as Your Own Boss, and I'll be happy to mail you an autographed copy directly from me.
I want to ask you a million more questions, but I think I'm going to leave it right there so those folks can get their hands on this awesome. Well, okay, one last question. One last question. Because the name of the book says Fix Your Business. So are you assuming that everybody's business is broken, or how do you recommend this for folks who maybe don't think that their business is broken or whatever?
I don't know that everybody's business is broken. What I do know is everybody's struggling with a couple of things in their business, usually at least 2 or 3. So if your business is overwhelming to you, if you're getting headaches on the way to work in the morning, if you'd rather stay in the bed with the covers over your head because you got craziness waiting for you in your business, you need this book. If you are somebody who wants to finally take a laptop-free vacation, like to actually unplug without checking email twice a day.
Not saying another thing on that one. Totally love it. There you have it. Another awesome, super intense, tasty, turbo set of tips from Small Biz Lady herself, Melinda Emerson. Melinda, thank you very much for being here with us today.
Oh, Ivana, it was my pleasure. Thank you so much for being such a great advocate for small businesses. And thank you for having me on.